What is going on, guys? Happy Monday. How's it going, my plant-based foodies? Welcome to another episode of the Fit Foodie Podcast. This is the place for plant-based foodies that want to lose weight, feel great, and elevate their lives. Guys, thank you so much for being here today, for joining me on this beautiful Monday, October 7th. Today was Crazy Hair Day. That's why you see me wearing a hat if you are watching this on YouTube or on video. But if you're listening in, it was Crazy Hair Day at work today. It is a week of respect. For those of you that don't know, I am a classroom teacher as well as an online fitness coach for vegans. And I teach fifth grade. And this week is Week of Respect. And every single day is a theme. Today was Crazy Hair Day. And I happened to wear like a mad scientist kind of wig. I put on my glasses and the kids really loved it. It was a lot of fun. And I'm just happy to be starting another week and doing another live call with you, another podcast episode. And let's get rocking and rolling, guys. The topic of today's episode is the true meaning of happiness and how it relates to your fitness journey. Got a lot of important points to discuss, guys. As always, some action steps that you can do that you can take with you after this episode. Because after all, this is an action podcast, right? I like to give a not just provide value for you guys, but give you actionable items that you can do and take with you so that you're able to see positive results, see you achieving your fitness goals and getting to where you want to get. Whatever that may be for you. Everyone's different, everyone has different goals, different bodies, and the idea here is to be a fit, healthy, vibrant, vegan, plant-based foodie, someone who likes to eat just like me. Anyways, guys, without further ado, let's get right into the episode, guys. So just kind of a little background of why this episode title. So for years ago, many years ago, this was like over 10 years ago, easy, back in 2009, 10, right around there. I came across one of the fathers of motivational speaking and the fathers of actually audiobooks and audio learning, Earl Nightingale, right? And he has a program called Lead the Field. And if you haven't heard this one, highly recommend it to see success in your life in any area of your life, not just fitness, guys. And if you're one who wants to level up your game, your job, your relationships, your marriage, your parenting, your whatever it is that you want, your fitness, whatever it is you want to level up, I highly recommend you give this audio program, Lead the Field, a listen. Now, in one of those tracks, guys, he mentions, and this is where the inspiration for this episode came from. He mentioned his definition of success and also a little bit point about happiness. So first, let's begin with success is a progressive realization of a worthy goal. In other words, to put it simply, is as long as you're making progress towards a goal that you have set for yourself, then you are successful. And it's not so much the reaching of the goal, although that's important. And of course, that's a reason to celebrate. It also matters the actions that you're taking towards those goals. And according to him, in his definition, and I wholly 100% agree, is as long as you're taking action towards that goal, then you are a success. You are successful. And once that goal is achieved and you move on to the next goal, then by that definition, you are a success. As long as you're taking action and moving towards that goal, then you are already successful, right? Now, as far as happiness, is one thing to understand and realize is that, and I'll get to the connection of how it relates to your fitness journey, but one thing to realize is that it's not about circumstances and things outside of yourself. Like if I get the car, I'm going to be happy. If I make X amount of dollars every month, I'm going to be happy. If I take that vacation I've been dreaming about, I'm going to be happy. And oftentimes we think that that's what's going to lead to happiness, but really it's 100% an internal state of being, right? And Earl Nightingale mentions in one of his tracks that happiness is the result. And this is where I want to make the connection to your fitness journey, guys. So, happiness is the result of healthful and successful action. That's it. You are going to build daily happiness and sustain it through action that is aligned with your values, that is towards achieving your goals, that is something where you're doing something good for others, where you are aligning with something that you want to accomplish, where you want to be, do, or have. And That's where happiness comes from. It's not anything outside of yourself. Although sometimes we think that it is, and although we feel some happiness when we accomplish something outside of ourselves, we get that house, we get that car, we accomplish that one thing that we've been trying to do. And yes, there's a sense of happiness, but it's not going to be permanent. You got that house, cool, you're happy, you're ecstatic. You graduated, yes, to celebrate, congratulations, but then that feeling leaves. And if you're just looking for thing after thing after thing, you're always going to be chasing that feeling of happiness. And instead, stick to the basics. And that's, again, the result of healthful and successful action, no matter how small. As long as you're doing something that's going to productive and constructive, then your happiness is virtually guaranteed, right? Taking that successful action, taking that healthful action towards something that you want to be, do, or have, right? So how it relates to your fitness journey is number one is let's make the connection, right? So oftentimes when I know personally for me, it was always have wanting to reach a certain weight loss goal, right? I wanted to lose those 15 pounds. I wanted to lose 20 pounds. I carried a lot of extra fat in my belly in years past, and I wanted to slim and trim that down. And for me, it was like I'd be happy when I accomplished that goal. And again, it was something that was outside of me and outside of something that was internal. And so I almost expected, or I didn't expect happiness to come until that result was achieved. And again, it was something external, right? Which once it was achieved, cool, happy for a day or two. And then what? Oftentimes we feel lost, empty, or like not knowing what to do next when you just rely on that one thing outside of you to make you happy, right? So when it comes to fitness, make understand that happiness is not just about achieving physical goals, but remember, it is the action towards those goals. So if your goal in fitness is to lose 10 pounds, to get a certain amount of muscle gain, or do a marathon, whatever, there's so many goals that one can have in fitness. Whatever your goal may be, as long as you're taking that action towards that goal and every day you're doing something, then you are a success, and you are virtually guaranteeing your happiness because you're going to feel good about it, right? You're going to feel good about taking that action. And it's not just about physical goals, because remember, working out and eating right and working on your fitness, yes, there's physical benefits and aspects, but there's also mental. You get mental clarity, more energy, just feeling good. What about the more time and energy you get to play with your kids, or visit your family members and have the energy to do those things that you want to do? That's beyond the physical aspect of it, right? And again, you're taking the action that leads to happiness, right? And that's action you take every day. Don't expect, happiness to just be like, oh, I'm happy now, and then like you just don't do any other constructive or positive action anymore. It's got to be just like working on your body and working on your mind. It's a daily thing. It's a daily practice. So three quick points to make the connection solid here, as far as how true meaning of happiness and how it relates to your fitness journey is, number one, really understanding that it's not about reaching a certain weight, right? It's more so about the journey. That's why you hear me saying often weight loss journey, because that's what it is. It's a journey. It's a lifelong journey. And as long as, like I said, you're taking action, then that journey is going to lead to happiness, because you're taking that action that's required to be successful, to get to your goal, to get where you need to do. So take the action and your happiness is virtually guaranteed, because again, the definition of happiness is the taking of healthful and successful and productive action, right? That's what's going to lead to happiness. And just like with any journey, it's an ongoing process. It's an ongoing thing. It's not like you reach X amount of weight loss and then your journey's over. It's a journey for a reason. It's a lifelong thing. Steps that you take every day to work on feeling better, to maybe you reached your weight loss goal and now you want to take it a step further. Take the action every day, and that's where happiness comes from, not some external goal, right? It's the action that you take, the productive and constructive action that you're taking. Um, so remember, don't connect it to just weight loss or reaching a certain weight goal. It's more than just that. Second point is that accept the journey and the action that you're taking and the mistakes that you make, right? Because you're going to do it. You're going to make mistakes and understand that it's part of the process and never, beat yourself up, put yourself down, but understand that that's going to happen. That's part of the process and accept it. Self acceptance and loving yourself as in part of the process is also another aspect that contributes to happiness, right? And also to ensure that you're enjoying your fitness journey, because that's definitely key. um and having this self acceptance and self love is also going to help you motivate you to stay on track as best as you can. You won't be perfect. You're not going to hit it every single day, 100%, but being consistent and understanding that these actions are what's going to keep you happy and allow you to experience that day in and day out will motivate you to keep on going, right? And the third point is to find joy in the process, right? The process meaning all the action that you're going to take. Some of it might be crappy action, messy action, but the purpose and the point is take action, and your happiness is right there because of the action that you're taking, right? And keep in mind that it's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. Fitness is just like anything worthwhile doing. It's not easy. It has its challenges, right? But find joy in wherever you can, even in the difficult times and the challenges. Find joy in it, and you'll find that you'll genuinely be more happy than if you don't. I'm not saying, now let's get one thing straight, guys. I'm not saying you're gonna be 100% happy 100% of the time, but you're gonna guarantee that you are happier and have a higher a chance of staying in that state when you're taking this type of action and you're making these type of mindset shifts, right? So it comes down to really enjoying the process, the daily things, the fundamentals that are going to make a difference in your fitness journey, and really enjoying them, enjoying each step, enjoying the drinking your water, the meal prepping, the working out, even those times when you don't feel like it, right? Enjoy it, enjoy the process, and you'll find that you'll generally be much more happier, right? Focus on Well, first put your focus on things that you already enjoy, right? Maybe you love working out. Maybe you enjoy eating good food that's going to support your fitness goal. Put your focus on those things first, and then bring in those things that you might have to feel like it's more of a challenge for you to do, but are good for you and are going to make a difference. And you'll find, once again, guys, that you're going to be more happy than if you don't do these things, right? So keep that in mind, guys. Number one, remember that happiness is a journey. It's a lifelong journey. It's not some destination that you reach. The second thing is that accept yourself and your actions and the successes and the mistakes that you make. And number three, find joy in the little things that you do, in the steps and the habits that you're putting in place. And you'll feel better, and you'll overall be more happy and be a happy person, guys. So couple of things that I wanted to kind of wrap this up or wrap this episode up with are uh, some action steps that if you haven't started doing now, you could implement and start doing and start seeing some success and some progress in regards to this area here. And that's number one. Let's begin, guys. Number one is to set process-oriented goals, meaning that you're focusing on daily actions, right? The process of getting to where you want to get and not just the end goal. So, for example, if your goal is to lose 20 pounds by the New Year's, you're not just putting all your focus on those 20 pounds, because when you step on the scale and you realize that your weight actually went up 1 or 2 pounds, you're going to lose motivation and your happiness level will drop big time, right? So focus on the process instead. What are the things that you did or that you need to do on a daily basis to ensure that by the new year you reach that goal? So you're drinking your water. Did you track that? Did you drink 2 liters of water or however many your goal is? Did you have your meals? Did you meet your macros? Did you hit your targets, your carbs, protein, and fat targets? Right? Did you weigh yourself every day to take an average of your weekly weight? Right? Are you doing these things that you know are going to make a difference? Focus on those mini goals to get to that big one. Right? Action step number two is, now, I like to do with food. You don't have to do with food, but celebrate small wins. It doesn't have to be with food, right? But just for me, I like to treat myself to like vegan ice cream. That's like my little treat. Once in a while, when I feel like I've, made some good progress, sure, why not? Celebrate your wins. Even if it's just speaking kindly to yourself after a good workout, looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, "You're freaking amazing. What a great workout. You crushed it." That also counts as celebrating yourself. It doesn't have to be with food. It doesn't have to be with something external, right? Even some internal positive talk. Celebrate your small wins. Even if you love cooking, preparing a good, healthy meal could be a celebration, right? Or maybe something that's off of your meal plan, like going out to a good restaurant, could be a celebration, or a special meal that you cook at home, right? That could be a celebration. Celebrate your small wins. The easiest way for me, guys, is to speak positive to yourself. Tell yourself something that's empowering and positive, and that's a great way to speak positively about yourself and to um, celebrate your small wins. Action step number three, guys, as far as making the connection here with happiness in your fitness journey, and this one's huge for me, especially in the mornings as I start my day. In fact, it's the first thing I do when I start my day, and that's practice gratitude. Be grateful. Have an attitude of gratitude, and even for the times when it's difficult and it's challenging, and stuff gets really hard. Be grateful for those moments too, because they're shaping you. They're forging you into this person that you want to be, into this new fit person that you want to be, right? So be grateful for all of the experience and practice an attitude of gratitude. And even if it just means starting the day rolling out of bed and saying, I'm grateful for this new day. At least you did something to practice gratitude. I recommend throughout the day, you practice it by stating things you're grateful for, the meal you're about to eat, the water you're about to drink, the clients you're about to serve, the students you're about to teach, the children you're about to feed or cook dinner for, or whatever it happens to be in your life. Practice this attitude of gratitude, and you'll see it translate into your fitness journey because you are putting yourself in that mental state more than anything, guys. So the action steps, let's just recap really quick. Number one, set process focused goals, not just all about outcome, things that you do every day to reach that big goal, right? Number two, celebrate your small wins, whatever that means for you. For me, it's ice cream and also special meals. I love to eat. I'm a foodie. That's why this podcast, these lives are all about helping plant-based foodies like myself lose weight, feel great, and elevate their lives, right? But it doesn't have to be food. Could be anything that you feel is a celebration. Speaking positively to yourself is a great way. Looking at yourself in the mirror and saying something good about you, something that you've done. Celebrate your win in that way. And then number three, practice an attitude of gratitude. Guys, let's recap really, really quick, guys. Happiness is a result of action that you take, not something outside of yourself, not something material, even not the physical. Even you reaching your weight loss goal and getting to that goal, it feels good and you're happy, sure, but remember, it's the action that you're taking towards whatever goals you have in any area of your life, right? Now, that also connects to success. Remember that the definition of success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal or ideal. In other words, the action that you're taking means you're already successful because you're taking the action. And you'll find, let me say it again, guys, you're not going to always be 100% happy 100% of the time, but you'll find that by practicing these things, and as it relates to your fitness journey or just in any area of your life as well, you'll find yourself just being more of a happy person. And also, it leads into benefits in other areas of your life, right? Your parenting, your career, your jobs, your aspirations, your relationships, your finances, your other goals that you have. Just feeling happier about yourself and what you're doing will allow you to live successfully in many areas of your life, not just fitness. But guys, obviously this is a fitness focused podcast, but I'm here to help you elevate your lives, not just in fitness, but in every area of your life, guys. So hope you enjoyed this episode, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Luis Medrano. I am head coach at Vegan Body Goals. This is the Fit Foodie Podcast, the place for plant-based foodies that want to lose weight, feel great, and elevate their lives. Peace, love. Enjoy the rest of your day.